The next round is called the Poll with a Hole. We've looked through hundreds of surveys, past and present, from around the world and unearthed some fascinating facts. Unfortunately, each statistic is missing one salient piece of information, so it's up to the panellists to fill in the gaps. 60% of air passengers have had problems with what?
The pilot. I just judged this on one incident where I was flying recently to Alicante and we got up to 35,000 feet. He came on and went, pilot, Captain Johnson speaking. Reached our cruising altitude, 35,000 feet, on the way to Alicante. Weather en route's fine. Shit! That was it. And we sat there like... He came back on and he went, I'm really sorry, I might have scared some passengers. And what happened was, in the middle of my announcement, the stewardess brought me coffee and spilt it on me. And that was all he was. I'm sorry. And he said, you want to see the front of my pants? And some bloke at the back went, you want to see the back of mine?
60% of Earth passengers have had problems with a life jacket under your seat and not a parachute.
Is it collecting their luggage? Because I get my bags lost on average once out of every time. I feel like when I check in and they say, we'd like to ask a few questions about your bags, I feel like saying, well, I'd like to ask you a few questions about my bags. Like, are they getting on the plane? Are you packing this plane yourself? Will you leave my bags unattended for any length of time?
It's also have problems with the safety, but the whole safety briefing thing, and the fact that you can survive a crash in an aeroplane just by leaning forward a bit. Be all right now, like that. Or attracting attention in the middle of Atlantic with a whistle. Oh, thank God they're here. 60% of Earth passengers have had problems with that kid in front of them. Now, here's my tip. If there's a kid in front of you, sooner or later, he'll want to peep. When I stand on the seat and peep at you like that, here's my tip. If you're flying anywhere, don't peep back. Because it will just go on for the whole flight. 9 hours to Dubai, like that. Just get hold of it eventually. Go, it's always going to be me, all right? It's always going to be me.
I would think the seats would be a problem. Like especially like in America, like say for instance, you got a fat ass. And in America, a lot of people got a fat ass, and I would think that the seats would consistently be a problem over there. But I've seen a few people over here, and they seem like, well, I've seen a lot of fat people, but they ain't got no fat ass. I don't know how they do that.
Reg, that's exactly the right answer. It is 60% of air passengers have had problems with their seat. The main problem being it's next to a man whose shoe is ticking. 75% of Russians are afraid of what?
Is it Virginia Woolfsky?
I wish it was.
Well, it's texting. They've got to take their gloves off, haven't they? You ever tried texting with gloves on? You end up trying to say something like, hi, how are you? And you end up saying, fuck us back at boost bog, mate.
Is it KGB?
It's not the KGB, it's related to that.
Oh.
B&Q.
B&Q is not related to the KGB. They would never...
TBC.
No.
CBeebies.
Yeah. Correct. I'm afraid of CBeebies, yeah.
It's one of the emergency services.
The AA?
Is it the police?
Yes, it is the police. Yes, 75% of Russians are afraid of their own police force. The other 25 are missing. Shh, say nothing.
Don't upset the Russians, Jimmy. Don't upset the Russians because they got all the gas. They could phone up Power Gen and say, don't give him any gas. And they'll do it.
You know what the irony will be? They won't be annoyed at the joke, they'll be annoyed at that accent. OK, 71% of Brits agree that what is an acceptable pastime?
Take it away, Vic.
Putting sellotape over your eyes. Just there, that. It is good fun.
Streaking in a mosque.
What about sex?
Sex?
Yeah.
Do you only find sex acceptable?
That's what I tend to say after sex. I tend to say that was acceptable.
Is it acting? Acting isn't acceptable. It's not a proper job, is it?
Bollocks.
No, it's just you've got to read out loud without giggling. Really, is it?
I was sat next to an actress at a dinner and she was talking about, God, it's so hard. You can sit in this trailer all day long. I'm like, yeah, right, you get paid like £9 million per movie. Shut up.
Who was the actress?
Not telling.
Come on. Come on, name that bitch.
Patricia Routledge.
No.
Is Patricia Routledge getting £9 million a movie? Come on, who is it?
I think she's cracking.
I'll tell you what, we'll put you in the car. It won't be the first time me and Richard Madeley have bundled a young lady into the back of the car.
Can you give us a clue?
It involves holding something in your hand.
Angling? Going to be fishing.
Exactly the right answer, Neil Morrison.
I thought so.
So that means that quite a large percentage of British people think that angling is completely unacceptable.
Running along the riverbank, pushing them in.
Angling is totally unacceptable!
25% of women pretend to be pleased when what?
They never, ever are. I mean, sorry,
Anything all right at home?
Is it when their husband brings them flowers from the garage?
Do you get annoyed at that?
Pardon?
Flowers from the garage?
I've never had flowers from the garage.
Off a lamppost, then.
That's just lazy, isn't it?
Just lazy.
It's one of the sins, yes. When their husbands get their photos published in Reader's Wives. Oh, brilliant. Oh, they accepted them. Hold on, they got the town wrong. We're not from Doncaster.
No.
That's happened to Dave, isn't it? He wouldn't put Charlie on it. I've seen you! The black mark on it. I recognise that silver bonce anywhere.
I'll give you a clue. The answer is related to gift giving. Something else you buy a lady. What else do you buy ladies?
Underwear.
Underwear.
Correct.
Lingerie.
Well done. 67% of Brits think that what is the ultimate status symbol?
Having your own table in Greg's the Baker's. Same table, sir. Thank you.
Is it like when they lift their white trilbies? Why do they wear white trilbies, bakers? I don't understand that.
They're really
Like
into
there's
Michael
something
Jackson.
jazz about them.
Using a baguette as a stick.
It's kind of something that the super rich have.
A jet.
Even more impressive than a jet.
A country.
A country is pretty close.
Private island. Little
Correct.
island. Come on.
That's the right answer. Yeah. Yes, 67% of Brits think that owning a private island is the ultimate status symbol. Of course, they say no man is an island, although when Eamon Holmes is swimming, you'd be forgiven for making the mistake. Johnny?
Oh, sir.
Have you...
Straight away.
See a thing.
He can't read.
I'm an actor. I can't read. I don't know what it said.
OK. 76% of mechanics don't what?
Is it, don't agree with the consensus view that Ulysses is James Joyce's finest work, because I actually quite prefer Finnegan's Wake.
Service cars properly.
That is the correct
Where
answer.
the hell did I get that? I'm possessed. Oh, no.
You're not having a point. Damn it. You are not having the points. I'm hurt. I've turned off the buzzer. 75% of actors have what?
Is it a cape and a trilby?
I had one line in the film, I'm sure it will be cut, and it was location thing, and you get put in these little caravans.
Yep.
With chemical toilets, with the blue
Yeah,
water.
trailers, yeah.
Do you get them as well?
No, it's not glamorous, I know. No, I got one of those. Yeah, you got to pump it and do the whole thing. Yeah. It's
So
a lot
even
of fun.
Angelina Jolie, when she's off to work in the morning,
Imagine that.
Rob, surely you don't think that if someone's that important, they get a caravan and then dig drains for them, do they?
Well, you never know. You never know.
So I don't know. 75% of actors have a harem.
Have a harem, yeah.
I think you said a heron. Like a big flying crane, like a heron. Like this is an ostentatious thing. Instead of a feather boa, I have a heron. You can probably phone up and go, get me a fucking heron.
Yeah.
What was the percentage again?
75% of actors.
Oh, it's gone. Had it been 72%, I'd the funniest answer in the world.
75% of actors have started their careers in a school nativity play. I only say that because I went to see my son. He was in his first nativity play.
Oh.
Where was
great. He was supposed to be Joseph, but he pissed about in rehearsals, and they made him the innkeeper, so he screwed up the whole nativity. I was so proud. He was the innkeeper, and they came to the door, and he's the new Joseph said, I've come from afar, my wife and I, she is with child. Is there any room at the inn? And he went, yeah, plenty of room, come in.
75% of actors have what?
The fake name or something like that?
Correct.
Hey!
Yeah!
75% of actors have changed their name. A lot of entertainers changed their name. Norma Jean became Marilyn Monroe. Reg Dwight became Elton John, and Paul Gadd became prisoner H39702. Have you changed your name, Chris?
No. There's actually, because my father actually has changed his name several times in his life.
Has he considered Vegas?
Vegas is great. That's the best name, I know.
The thing is, it can lead to weight gain.
In the 1940s, 25% of men what?
Had my nan in an Anderson shelter.
She flattened some grass, didn't she?
Oh, yes.
Is it 25% of men ate a diet of only powdered egg and weasels?
Weasels?
25% of men who fought for our freedom and our future rights didn't realise 60 years later all the thanks they'd get would be happy slapping and pushing dog shit through the letterbox.
Well, Alan, all I've got to say to that is stop it.
In the 1940s, 25% of men wore knitted swimming trunks. They never had proper swimming trunks in them. They just used to knit them, didn't they? You used to go paddling off the coast of Blackpool and your trunks would be 3 foot behind you. Full of scampi.
It's to do with kind of moral depravity.
We're having affairs?
It's not having an affair. It's, I think, morally worse than that.
Murdered. Seems worse than having an affair. Just trying. I mean, it might be a bit of a leap.
I think.
Visited hookers?
Correct. That's the right answer. Yes, in the 1940s, 25% of men slept with prostitutes. It sounds bad, but have a look at your gran. Can you blame them? Here's your next one. 26% of women are impressed by men who can what?
Is it impressed by men who can watch loose women without throwing acid in their own face?
Is it by men who can find the G-spot? Apparently it's between 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock. I'm not staying up special, you know what I mean?
Yes, Gary?
I am impressed by men who can dance, actually. That does impress me. Slightly suspicious, but...
I've got a table at Greg's.
It's quite a simple thing. The clue is it's remembering something.
Why is it that men are bad at remembering things?
Because it's not important.
OK.
Remember the birthday, is it, or remembering the anniversary?
That is the right answer, Dave. Two-thirds of judges are in favour of what?
I think they'd be in favour of. I think it's a really good idea. If all the jury all wore fancy dress. One, like village people. One's a pirate, one's a cowboy, one's a spaceman, and they go.
What made you
across.
think a pirate?
A friend of mine was a lawyer, and he said he was in a courtroom where the judge sentenced this guy, and there's a certain sort of cachet in how you receive your sentence. And this bloke, he sentenced this guy to 2.5 years, and he went, 2.5 years, I'll do that spinning on my cock. So he gave him another 6 months.
Wigs.
Correct. That is the right answer. Two-thirds of judges are in favour of wigs. Here's your next one. 10% of dinner ladies see what as essential?
Is it food?
What about Topless Friday? Come on. No fried food today. Come on.
I'll give you a clue. It's to do with a kitchen implement.
Axe. An axe.
What about like a serving spoon?
That would be higher than 10%, I feel.
Yes, yeah. No, a lot of them just do it with their hands. Like that. There you go.
Well, I have to tell you, I can't believe you haven't guessed. 10% of dinner ladies think salad spinners are essential.
Oh.
The average Brit has lost 37 what?
37 hours of their life explaining the internet to an old person.
It's like a big, what, like an encyclopedia? Yeah. Another cup of tea and a biscuit.
Is it Twixes? I never lost a Twix, it was a guess. Imagine if you'd lost 37 of them, though. You'd stop buying them, wouldn't you? What are you going to have? Mars bar, Twix? I'm not having Twix, keep losing.
I like the way as a badge of honour you said, I've never lost a Twix.
37 elderly relatives to Errol Shipman.
I'll give you a clue. They're round and shiny, they have a hole in them.
Women?
Are you single by any chance?
CDs. CDs is the right answer. Yes, the average Brit has lost 37 CDs. 7 out of 10 adults are unaware that there is an £80 on-the-spot fine for what?
Is there an £80 on-the-spot fine for letting your kids scream and run around?
It is to do with kids.
Is it threatening to shut them in the car? Because, like, our son Jack, he was about 6 and he was really infuriating everybody, right? I used to say to him, if you don't behave yourself, you're going to the car. And on this occasion, it was Sunday lunch in a pub and he wouldn't shut the fuck up. So I picked him up.
He's a proud dad.
OK, he's 19 now, I still do it. Put him over my shoulder and started to walk out through... And everyone was really glad, right? People like you. Nice one. Thanks, Dad, you're doing it. So I said, come on, we're going to the car. And we weren't really. Just going out the front, a little word, and then come back. Going out through all these people and the tables, and he's a little sod. He suddenly got the idea of going to above my head to the public, and he said, "Not the car! Not the car!" Right? I think, no, you're coming to the car. And he goes, "Help!"
It's buying something you shouldn't.
Alcohol underage.
Correct.
Alcohol underage. There you go.
Yes, 7 out of 10 adults are unaware that there is an £80 on-the-spot fine for buying alcohol for minors, but it's worth it just to see their little drunken faces. Kids slur the funniest things. OK, Sean, Jessica and Carol, 1 in 5 pet owners love what?
Testing out shampoo at home on them.
Love.
I'm not using that one. Have you got any pets, Carol?
No.
No? Right. Thanks. I love chatting with you. It's great fun.
It's to do with the rest of their family.
Love them more than their children.
That is the right answer.
Oh, my God.
OK, 80% of Brits think monkeys should not what?
80% of Brits think monkeys should not go near Pete Burns.
No, because he'll kill him.
He'll kill them.
Make a coat out of it.
Oh yes, he had his monkey coat. I'd like to have seen this coat. Did he wear it?
Yeah, he wore it a lot. Yeah.
Was it all the faces? Because I'd love that, a coat just made out of monkey faces. That would really freak people out at night. You just step into the light. Hello. You ever been to Chester Zoo where they mix the fun fair and the zoo? I went there and I was going, and the roller coaster goes over the gorilla's cage. And I swear, as I was going over, one of the gorillas looked up and just saluted me. Like, you know, for my evolutionary superiority. He's waiting for a go on a tyre. I'm in a magic mouse going, woo! You beat me.
Probably should not be kept as pets or something like that, or not be kept in cages or...
That is the right answer.
There you go.
Hey, Spikey, well done. 80% of Brits think monkeys should not be kept as pets, which is fair enough, because although it would be fun to have a monkey around, you get very emotionally attached, and when it dies, it's heartbreaking. Also, you ever tried to flush a monkey?
My mum had a monkey as a pet, but it tore up their house in India, and so she had to kill it.
Have you got any more heartwarming stories of your youth?
She didn't have to kill it like that, though, did she?
I think they just...
How did she kill it?
No, she didn't kill it. That was a joke. I think she just got rid of it.
No, I'm with you. I think she did kill it.
Yeah, I think she did.
He's trying to cover up for his mum.
Yeah.
Your mum killed a monkey. Your mum killed a monkey.